We've talked a lot about the Save BC film campaign here on Breakfast Television, so it's an honor you guys are releasing the exclusive for the PSAs. Good to see you, first off.
Good to see you. Thank you.
What's changed? We've had this discussion for the last couple of months. What's changed within the local industry in terms of jobs, in terms of prospects?
Well, in the local industry, we've had an uptake, obviously, right now because it's television pilot season, which is usually a good blip for us. We have about 8 pilots in town, which employs a bunch of people for about 6 weeks. And then when those are gone, we're in trouble. We're in trouble again. There's not a lot of prospects coming up for the balance of the year, not a lot of, bigger projects or even television series. And then with the pilots, of course, we're not guaranteed that those pilots are going to come here if they get picked up and ordered by the networks.
And what's the reality, looking at things at this point in 2013 compared to this point at this same time in 2012?
This same time, and talking to our big payroll companies, we're down between 36 and 40% just in labor dollars that are being spent to the people that work in this industry in this province, and that's a huge number. And even 2012 was down 30 to 35% from 2010. So it's this steady decline that's really been happening since the incentives became more lucrative in other provinces and other states.
Now, do you think this is a province-specific issue? I mean, looking at foreign film investment here in BC, in Ontario, it could be slipping slowly. You look at states like Louisiana that are making it very lucrative for movie companies to come out and just say, just make the movie over here. Yeah. Is this a specific provincial problem, a Canadian problem? What do you see is the main issue?
It's a global problem now, Riaz. It really is. There's 37 U.S. states, 8 other provinces, and now 20 countries around the world that all offer an incentive program to film and television, really screen-based product to bring those dollars to their jurisdictions. It's a portable industry. It's completely portable, and I've been using this suitcase full of money analogy where these guys literally from New York, Toronto, Vancouver, Los Angeles, wherever, the UK, get off the airplane, dump their suitcases full of cash into whatever region that they want to, where they want to produce their film.
Now, you in the Save BC film campaign are releasing a series of PSAs. Today, we're actually going to debut the very first one.
The very first.
Tell us what's gone into this right before we see it.
Well, after we had a big town hall meeting at North Shore Studios on the 22nd of January, and that was a big coup for us. I mean, we had like over 4,000 people show up, and the support was overwhelming from our own industry. It's like, we need to help educate the public about what we do and how we spin off into the business world. So what a lot of our colleagues did was we all got together, they wrote them, they directed them, we brought actors in and shot them. We shot about 8 or 9 of them on the day after the town hall meeting at North Shore Studios, and this is the very first one. This is the first one. We haven't released them yet because we wanted to get through conversations with the government and through different municipalities, and now it's time. Now it's time to get them out there and start showing the rest of the province what we do and what we do mean economically to the province.
Well, it's an important part of our local economy. Let's have a look at this, the debut right here on BT.
The BC film and television industry employs over 25,000 British Columbians and is intertwined with many local businesses and suppliers.
From the production designer that builds the sets to the lumber mill that provides the wood.
Highly trained professionals are hired from each community to bring the movie to life.
Leaving an entire industry out of the BC Jobs Plan means leaving thousands of British Columbians out in the cold.
Save BC Film. It belongs to all of us.
Looking at a piece like that, it's emotional, it's real, it carries impact. What do you want to see happen in the next couple of months here to start creating change in a positive way for our industry here in BC?
We want to see that our government recognizes that this industry is something that is sustainable and has incredible growth potential here, not only in the Lower Mainland, but in the entire province. And we want them to quantify the economic benefits of that investment that they've made for 13 years in incentives and 20 plus years of producing film and television and screen-based work in BC. We want them to value it, we want them to support us, and we want the public to understand that we're here to stay, we want to work with everybody. We go into locations and leave them better than we went in there, and that's the story that we want to get out there, and we really just want to get back to work.
If people want to find out more about the campaign and see these PSAs as they're released online, where can they do that with?
They go to www.savebcfilm.ca. We're also on Twitter at or hashtag SaveBCFilm, and go there and we'll start rolling them out on the website and on YouTube and anybody else that's willing to show them for us.
Well, it's an important discussion. We're honored you came on here to do the debut for us, Wayne.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Riaz.
Good luck.